Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again. I know what a lot of you are wondering, and it's not quite over yet. We're so close, we're so close. You all be the first to know. I've recently had a lot of people reaching out to me way more than I've anticipated, and that's good and bad. It means that people are reaching out for help. This subject of emotional abuse is getting exposure, and people are talking about it, and they're looking for help and they're looking for support, and that's fantastic because support is here. That's what this is about. But it also means that more and more people are falling victim to it. I don't like the word victim. More and more people are becoming targets of narcissists, whether it's in a relationship, in a marriage. I recently had somebody reach out to me who has a narcissistic boss. I will cover that in another video, but I was really astounded. That was a first of its kind for me to be dealing with. I'll get into it in another video. Anyway, these people are coming at us in all different capacities, in different relationships, in the workplace, and so on. So the idea that people are getting wise to it and seeking help and seeking support is really a great thing, because once you identify it, you need to just pull yourself away from it, pull yourself out of it, whatever it is you have to do to remove the toxic person or people from your life. I recently had somebody reach out to me. Her situation sounded a lot like mine. And one of the things that she first described and first talked about was how upset she was, how angry she was. When I hear these things, when someone reaches out to me and starts describing their situation to me, first of all, it's like opening up one of my old journals. It's like reaching back into my own thoughts and into my own feelings and my own memories, because it's all identical. You all know what I'm talking about. They all, read the same books and go by the same narcissist manual, how to be a narcissist, and they do the same things to us. So, of course, it, kind of dredges up all those things, and it's very, very, very familiar. And she expressed how angry she was, that she was really angry about all of the time that she'd wasted. I remembered vividly having those thoughts, having those feelings, that sense of anger over time wasted, time that you spent with that person, time that you invested in that person, is really overwhelming. It's overwhelming to say the least. When I read that, recalled those things, I remembered vividly being in my therapist's office and talking to her about this, and the feeling of anger is like nothing you can even describe. And it is probably the first really strong stage of emotions that you go through. I guess it's part of the process. You have to experience that. You have to experience that feeling of anger, of knowing that you wasted time. We'll call it wasted time. You got to get through it. You got to get past it, and you got to let it go. You could get stuck there. It's like grief. You go through the stages of grief, and you can't get stuck in any one stage. This is no different. You're going to be angry. You're going to be upset when the reality of it finally has you snap to. You got to get past it. You've already invested enough time. You've invested more than enough emotions in this person, in this relationship, and whatever it might be. You've given of yourself enough. Don't give any more by staying angry. Don't give any more by staying stuck in that I can't believe all the time I wasted stage. Get past it and work through it. Everyone that reaches out to me, one of the very first questions I ask them is, are you talking to a professional about this? Are you seeking counseling, some sort of therapy? That is so critical. It is so critical to talk to a professional, have all of these things aired, and voice all of the things that you're thinking and you're feeling, and have it all validated. And that's why I'm doing this. That's what we're here for, so that we can share the things that we've experienced, knowing that other people have experienced it as well, knowing that they're all the same. It validates what you've gone through, because it's so hard to articulate. Someone else reached out to me and said that she knew she was unhappy, she just couldn't articulate it. Well, yeah, because on the surface, you go through that whole thing where you're pretty much defending this person. Well, he does this, he doesn't do that, he's not a such and such, but, he does do this. You are basically, it's like you're constantly building a case for them. They've programmed us to do that. They've programmed you to make them believe that there's something they're not. You can't articulate what it is you're feeling, what it is you're thinking. You just know you're unhappy. You know you're not fulfilled. You know you're not in a healthy relationship. Those times when you're dealing with something and things are just okay, well, our relationships shouldn't be okay. Okay is not enough for a relationship, whether it's, somebody that you're dating, somebody that you're living with, somebody that you're married to. relationships should be healthy, they should be fulfilling, they should be give and take. That's what they're supposed to be like. We don't know that, we meaning people who are in narcissistic relationships, we don't know that at the time because it's all we know. They have us convinced that that's all there is, that that's all we're going to get, that that's all we deserve, so we settle for that. We settle for that and we accept it, and it becomes the norm, and it is not the norm. It is not healthy. If you're in an okay relationship and that person, well, you know, this person's not a gambler, this person's not a drinker, or, you know, this person's not a heroin addict, that's not okay. That's not okay. There's more to being in a relationship than just not doing those things or bringing home a paycheck. Anybody can be a paycheck. Anybody can be a paycheck. Just being in a relationship that's okay, everybody deserves more than that. And there is definitely more than that for everybody. There's someone out there for everybody. Somebody who is berating you, somebody belittling you, gaslighting you, stonewalling you, all those things that they do, that's not acceptable. Any human being deserves more than that. That first stage, that stage of anger that a lot of you are dealing with, those of you who are new to the channel and who've recently reached out to me and are saying that, you know, this is all just now unfolding, get past that anger, let it go. That part is over with. When we're in it, we just don't realize it, and we've got to let it go. I always go back to being grateful. Hold on to a feeling of gratitude that you've recognized it, that you have the ability to recognize it. That means you have the ability to move on. You've got to hold on to your feelings of gratitude that you're about to move forward, that your life is about to change for the better, and that you are no longer going to be a target for that person anymore. I totally relate. I totally understand the feeling of anger. I remember reading something that said that we're human helium tanks just here to inflate their egos. That sent me through the roof. Yeah, that one really put me over the edge. I was like, really? That's what I was there for? I don't know who's inflating it now because I was long gone. You just gotta move on. Hold on to your feeling of gratitude that things are about to change, that things are about to get better, that your life is about to improve, and that you're about to be a whole new person because you truly are. I've mentioned that in other videos, and I will say it again. Being away from the narcissist, you become the real you. You become an entirely new person. You become who you're truly supposed to be when you're not being smothered by that negativity, by that awful, heavy, wet blanket of a person, a lousy excuse of a person. You get rid of them and everything changes. Breath is fresher, colors are brighter, it all gets better. I promise. I promise it improves. Keep watching, keep sending your emails and messages and suggestions and asking the questions that you want to know of me. I will be as honest and open as I possibly can be. And I'll be covering some other things really, really soon. Ciao for now, everybody.